Hey folks, this is Jeff here, this week at JTT. I'm supposed to be doing like a live stream right now, but I have a prior commitment. I have to drive some people to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I'm supposed to be doing like a live stream around 9 o'clock, but I can't. And I have like a late start because I try to get some sleep. And I feel kind of bad, but given a choice between, it comes down to this. I'd rather sleep in, get some rest, but take a chance getting behind the wheel being tired. Because if I get behind the wheel tired, not only I put myself and my passengers at risk of a very horrible accident causing like a possible loss, I will put other people at risk if I'm going behind the wheel tired. And like I said, because I drove all day yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I did some Ubering in Pittsburgh Airport for a while. Got to start yesterday morning, and then in the afternoon I drove to Williamsport, and drove straight back to Johnstown. I dropped off some people, some friends for a friend of mine. And I just showed him this bag just now. I'm coming home and all that. So most likely, by the time I get home, it'll be closer to about like almost like 9:45 and all that. And then last year will start to an hour later. Like I said, an hour later. I feel bad. But I came to one simple conclusion. If I do any live streaming from this point forward, it's got to be Saturday at midnight. I'll probably do other stuff besides this live stream as well. I still going to put up my videos and all that stuff. No question about that. But I feel kind of bad about it. But when it comes to safety, I don't fool around. Plain and simple. I would like to all my friends at Facebook. How you doing? How was your weekend, for starters? I think, and that's my sister Ann. What's up, Ann? How you doing? Oh, my family in New York. Yeah, like I said, one of my sisters told me that New York, New York got hit by record rainfall. I saw like videos. I mean, lots of videos of the rainfall hitting New York. I was shocked. I could not believe it.
1 mile. Use the right lane to take exit 28, US 22 toward Evansburg, Hollidaysburg.
My GPS. Yeah, the record rain that came down New York was unreal. I mean, like, one of my sisters said she had to jump, over a lot of puddles. Like, it was pretty bad. The subways were flooded. In some cases, the service had been disrupted. And the amount of rain that fell down was in record numbers. Incredible. Oh, my word. But, like I said, as long as, everybody in my family, all my friends are okay, that's my biggest concern. Plain and simple. As to what's on my mind, a lot of things are on my mind. This world is messed up. I'm dead serious. This world is so messed up. From a moral standpoint, even something simple like relationships, dating isn't a crap. But let's face facts. Well, let's call it for what it is.
Exit 28, US 22 toward Evansburg, Hollidaysburg.
Let's call it for what it is. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Let's call it for what it is, though. Dating right now, 2023, is a joke. It's in the crapper. I mean, it's nothing like it was in the 80s. Nothing. I promise you. Dating in the 80s, early 90s, basically you wish you were back in the 80s and 90s. That's how bad it is, Dating right now is a joke. Now, you got this obsession with the hookup culture and all that. And there's two things that's ruining relationships, and I know catch some smoke. Feminism and social media. Those are the two top things that is really wrecking, the dating world. It really is. Like I said, it falls on both parties, men and women. But here's the funny thing, though. And I try to put this delicately and all that without, being accused of going too far. But I'm going to tell you this. Women who are rated 1 through 6, I'm saying they're all 10s. Okay. In your mind, your women who's really rated 1 through 5 think you're 10s. But here's the problem, though. The guy you really want, he don't see you as a 10. He think you're a nice girl, but he won't see you as a 10. Why? Because there's a lot more, well, not a lot more. There are some 7, 8, 9, and 10s who would disagree with you. Everybody say everyone's a 10. Everyone's a 10. Tell it to the top guy you want.
15 minutes to US 219 south toward Johnstown.
My point being is this, though, that in the process, you're ignoring the average guys. The average girls are quick to ignore the average guys. And the average guys are be the ones who would take care of the women, love and respect them. And then you got the women who love the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrells, the bad boys, the toxic males. And the scary thing is, it takes one toxic male to ruin a woman. As well, and it takes one very toxic female to ruin a good guy. I once posted a video about the origin of a bad boy or toxic male. And there's two ways a toxic male is created. One, if he has a very terrible father who treats his mother or his female companionship with such cruel contempt, the boy might think it's the way to do it. Or worse, you have this one good young man. Follow the rules. Do the right things. Be respectful of women. Working hard, get a good education, get a good job, work his way up in the ranks to become successful. And this woman played him.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Played him better than a fiddle. And really, not just broke his heart, just destroyed him. And whether of his life he gets left, he makes a vow. Never again. He doesn't care. The woman could be a pure princess. He doesn't care. God help the woman if he comes across her. I mean, it's really like, it states a lot. Now, women say, like, why are you bashing women? Because it's reality. Women are the ones who are starved for attention. You think I'm kidding? Think I'm lying? Look at the Instagram. You think you look at the pages of Playboy. Seriously. You think I'm kidding? Look at the Instagram. Do I have to go there with TikTok? Do I really got to go there with TikTok? But seriously, look at the Instagram models. You think they're posing for the pages of Playboy. And women who normally would not do that in Instagram, like Aisha Curry, for example. She comes from a good Christian background. She posed naked. And she's married to Stephen Curry, one of the most successful basketball players today. Why? Aisha, you made it. You don't have to do anything else. All this extra stuff is unnecessary. Your man is making money hand over fist. Why? And she's not the first one. So many women have men who are successful, got this need like, I need the attention. I need the attention. But here's the thing though, in terms of relationships, marriage, there's a 50% chance that it's going to end divorce. Believe me when I tell you, it will end divorce. There's a 50% chance, and those odds suck. I also posted another video about what would be better, a regular marriage like a traditional marriage or an arranged marriage. And the moment I mention arranged marriage, I know a lot of women. Okay, still here? Okay. I think the Matrix trying to get me. The Matrix trying to get me, trying to shut me down. Not doing it. Not gonna stop. You can't bring me down. But back to marriages. Which one will work better? The regular marriage, like the traditional marriage and all that, which is exchange vows, which is the way it should be. The arranged marriage, you got two families. You got the family of the bride, family of the groom. You get together to talk and see what happens. And it's going to be one or two outcomes. Either one, they think like they'll be a great couple and they should get married, or B, it will not work out. And that's the beauty of having an arranged marriage. At least you got two families vetting each other out. So that way, it takes out, it destroys the girl's excuse to go through a 3 or 4 phase. It stops her from being promiscuous. It keeps her pure. That's the beauty of it. Would it be better, ladies, if you give your purity to your husband instead of giving it to all the other guys for free? You kidding me? Because if a woman been for maybe about, like say, I try to be nice, like say 10, 20 guys, you get married. Now your husband got to worry about dealing with about 20 other guys prior. And then I know you women got to say, oh, you're insecure. Not insecure, no. Because for all they know, you might have your exes in your phones or your DMs. We don't know. That's the part that's going to haunt the man. The fact you don't know for sure, that's going to be haunting him. That's going to haunt him all through his mind. And I'm sorry to tell you, sometimes women do lie. Yes, sometimes women do lie, whether you like it or not. But right now, because oh yeah, what's the guy? We got like the traditional marriage. We got the arranged marriage, which I think is better. And for the record, while the traditional marriage divorce rate is 50%, no, for the traditional marriage is 50%. The arranged marriage, 4%. Yes. Why 4%? I tell you again, they vet each other. And I think that should be encouraged. You have two parties vetting each other. In terms like the bride and groom, trust me, you have a great success of a marriage instead of just doing it the old-fashioned way. Then you got the modern marriage. You know, so you like some of these women changing the vows. Are you kidding me? Like, for example, I saw one video about when they change vows and they say like love, honor, obey, and she stops it. Can we skip that? No. And the groom just laughed. No. If I was the groom, I'd be mortified. I'd be like, excuse me? And it's not like she never heard it before. You heard it during practice. If she had such an issue, speak up during the wedding rehearsal. If you had such an issue with saying the word obey, you better speak up now. Another thing too, in terms of marriages, the wedding vows. If you have any issues with it, you better speak up during the rehearsal. Don't all of a sudden like say, you know what? Even though today marriage is like, you know, you shouldn't do this. No. Now to try to change the vows? No, that's a joke. That's a joke. But right now, men want traditional women. And women look at men like, how dare you? Because we want a traditional woman. And don't get me wrong, if the guy is a bum, doesn't work, doesn't clean up after himself and all that stuff, then don't bother with him. That's I don't understand, ladies. If the guy is such a bum, such a useless piece of whatever, then why you bother with him? You know? Why? Because he looks good, moves good at the time? Please. Once again, average guys, which makes for about 80% of the population, well, not population, 80% of the male population gets ignored. And I'm going to say like this one last thing that I got in this live stream because I'm driving, I don't want to get in an accident. The funny thing is like the women, especially your modern women, want guys that has the devil's number, 666. He's got to be 6 feet tall. Well, guess what? That's a small population of men. That's one. He got to make 6 figures. Cut that number down. He got to have a 6-pack of abs. He got to work out. He got to be fit. Cut that number down. So all your average women, like say, if we take the sake of numbers, 100 of your women want maybe 1 to 5 guys in that description. Unrealistic. So unrealistic, some matchmakers are quitting because your women expectations are too ridiculous, too high. It's like you're perfect and all that, and you shoot down eligible matchmakers because they're not perfect. Meanwhile, you're not perfect. You got issues, unresolved issues, bossy, arrogant, cocky. It's like you don't think you have flaws, and you do. Being a man, I know I got flaws. And a good number of men will look, even as a joke, they will, that seriously, a lot of guys say we have flaws. Or if we're not, want to admit to it. It's like, we shame. So you gotta lie about it, you gotta pretend you don't have flaws. It's gonna show up. Other than that, though, folks, I thank you for hearing me out and all that stuff. I know I got a lot of comments. I gotta look at them later on because I'm driving right now. But folks, I'll talk to you later. Like I said, I'll probably do the live stream when I get home. It's going to be a little late. I apologize. But until then, folks, peace. Let me end this before I crash.